Check it out. All these people that are actually involved in organized gang stalking are people who actually accepted the mark of the beast. They're a bunch of faggots, a bunch of cowards, and a bunch of sellouts employed and recruited through the prison industrial complex by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They work as civilian spies and agents of the state. They are actually guilty for all fucking crime. Okay? They are guilty for all crime. They are placing cyber torture bounties on targeted individuals. And when they place these cyber torture bounties on a target individual, they work with the family, they work with members of the community, they work with corrupt police, and they work with FBI. All this is being done to pretty much rich, strong minded people from society. Okay? They are using the jails to pretty much kidnap targeted individuals without no rule of law or due process, having them pretty much beat, rape, kill. They doing psychiatry fraud, working along with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And this is all pretty much being done to cover up the usage of this advanced neurotechnology, and it's pretty much a corporation for profit. You get what I'm saying? Just like they did back in the old days or whatever. Um, Cattle. People are being treated as human cattle. It's satanic ritual abuse. It's torture. People are being pretty much chipped and brand. Back in the slavery days, what did the owners do to their cattle? They illegally chip them and brand them. Well, they're illegally chipping humans now, and it's pretty much organized crime and satanic ritual abuse and human sacrifice. So all these little agents or whatever just out here trying to find people to target, torture, and pretty much just try to create violence. It's mass genocide, population reduction, and calling, and it's done by fear. All these people who are actually involved in this, they ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking cowards. It's ran by fear through the prison industrial complex by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They're illegally tracking, surveilling, torturing, and murdering citizens under the guise of national security. It's COINTELPRO, complete systematic corruption. Okay, COINTELPRO has always been a legal program, and this is being done pretty much just like I said, to illegally track, target, torture, and kill American citizens. And you actually have police involved in this also. This is their so-called satanic Illuminati conspiracy. Victims are being cyber tortured and attempt to rid them from society to try to make them act out in violence. Okay, I've been gasted for probably about, well, I don't know how long, non-stop, at least over 2 years. I'm so sick of this shit. What this does is they pretty much destroy your inside, your organs, trying to pretty much kill you and actually cover up that complete systematic fraud and corruption. The FBI and the government know exactly where the Havana syndrome attacks are coming from, because they actually employ these criminals to do these attacks through the prison industrial complex. These are the voice to skull handlers and operators that also illegally track targeted individuals and try to actually have them kidnapped, jailed, beat, and killed without due process or no rule of law. See, the usage of these non-consensual neural implants bypass any rule of law or order, because this is pretty much synthetic telepathy and organized crime by the government. It's complete systematic corruption. This supersedes any rule of law or order, because it and a lot of times what these voice to skull handlers are doing is they're illegally spying a target individual through their own bodies, just through their own eyes, just like Illuminati say the all-seeing eye, using their neurological system and satellite tracking. Okay, so with that being said, if they're actually sitting up there illegally surveilling you and watching you through your own body, and you have multiple people cyber torturing you, they're trying to actually have you kidnapped and taken to it. What they're doing is taking people to a jail that know about their complete systematic corruption and human trafficking through the prison industrial complex, and putting cyber torture bounties on people and trying to have them jailed, beat, raped, and killed. Okay, these faggots always mention that getting your ass taken and all this. So this is Satanism. This is a conspiracy. We actually have our own family members are involved in this. So just like back in ancient days or whatever, whereas though you had slaves selling out to other slaves. Well, nothing is new under the sun. They still doing the same shit here today. It's a different form of slavery. It's mental slavery. Okay, so you really don't see it, and it's harder to detect. Okay, but a lot of our family members are involved in this thing. You wonder why all these millions of people go missing per year. That's because they're all involved in it. Not all of them, but a lot of people involved in this. It's big. Most people at high levels of government are involved in this, and a lot of even civilians just through the prison industrial complex are involved in this. This is just so-called deep state Illuminati government ran through the prison industrial complex, illegally targeting, tracking, torturing, and killing of really law-abiding citizens by a bunch of fucking satanic criminals. Okay, so watch who you around, watch who you date, because these people ain't shit. And they definitely not shit. Okay, something need to be done about the cyber torture and its illegal targeting of law-abiding citizens. It's a spiritual warfare. It's really, to me, is a bunch of fucking satanic cowards. We can call it spiritual warfare. It is spiritual warfare because these people who do this are the biggest cowards. And it's just complete systematic corruption, no rule of law or order or anything. And FBI actually backed this, along with corrupt police.